Well, hi there everyone, Chris from Angling Times and Carpfeed here. This beautiful sheet of water behind me is Sandhurst Lake down in the Yateley area. It's a part of the country which is steeped in carp angling history. And I'm here today to speak to Tim Price, who is one of the founders of the brand new Catch app, which looks set to make fishing places like this a hell of a lot easier. Let's go and see what he's got to say. Right then, so here he is. Here's Tim Price. Welcome to the Carpfeed channel.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, so if you'd like to tell everyone what Catch is all about, and yeah, we'll go from there.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Well, Catch is a piece of technology that's going to be available to the anglers and fisheries online on the website. But also as a dedicated app on Apple and Google for Android phones as well as Apple phones. For the angler, what we're trying to do is provide more information about fisheries, making it easier for them to discover the venues that they know and they love and connect with those venues better, but also to find new ones as well. And there's plenty of hidden gems around the country that are well worthy of anglers' attention, but maybe are still yet to be discovered, and we can bring those venues to the fore for them.
Right, now there are a lot of anglers out there who probably think, oh, an app, and be a little bit scared about that.
Sure.
But how is Catch actually going to make things easier for an angler that's come into a day ticket venue like this?
Yeah, really good question. Well, I think this probably started way before the pandemic, but the pandemic has certainly exposed some of the frailties in how some of the fisheries were operating. And running even a medium busy day ticket fishery compared to one where we are today at Sandhurst, lots of challenges for the fishery owner there. So from an angler's perspective, you know, having to ring round and try and get through to the bailiff to find out if there's any availability, we're trying to provide the certainty for their session. And like I said earlier, when we were having a chat, you know, I think for most anglers, everybody's got limited time. Some people fish obviously an awful lot more than others. Nobody should really be scared of what we're doing with the technology, because we're not digitizing fishing. We're not digitizing their experience. We're trying to just better connect them with a wider range of fisheries to give everybody a broader range of places that they could choose to fish, but also give them the certainty. Everybody's got, you know, limited time. Admittedly, people have had probably in the last 12 months more time than maybe they would have done normally. But, you know, traditionally the anglers, if they're anything like me, it's, you know, everybody's busy with family and work. And those rare times that you can take yourself off and forget about all of your woes for your mental health benefits coming fishing, then that's normally on a limited basis. And there's a fair amount of risk involved with a lot of anglers at the moment with that experience. You've got to go to the venue to basically discover whether you're going to be able to make use of that free time or not. And technology can just provide them certainty. It's a little bit like arranging your annual family holiday, booking the flights abroad, but oh, we'll sort out the hotel when we get there. You know, nobody would do that. That's a crazy idea, right? Well, fishing's no different. You know, people sometimes are travelling a fair distance to go to some of these venues, and you know, they can find themselves a little bit disappointed. We've all seen anglers scratching their heads surrounded by plastic buckets, standing in a car park because the lake's full, and they're trying to figure out where do we go next. And we just want to take that problem away and make it easier for people, and try and put that experience into one place for the angler, but importantly also for the fisheries as well.
Okay, so you mentioned fisheries. How can a fishery benefit from signing up to Catch?
In quite a number of ways. I think one of the first ways is that they can, for a vast number of fisheries, is get rid of the diary and the post-it notes that they're using and spreadsheets to try and manage their fishery at the moment. We've built them a number of digital tools that is all kind of interconnected with everything that's happening on Catch. So from having some management information about what's happening on the fishery, who's turning up to fish today, who's turning up to fish this week, what are my occupancy levels like for today, tomorrow, next week, next month, this month. All of that information is instantly at their fingertips. It allows them to still run their fishery how they want to run their fishery. It's very much technology to support the way that these guys want to work. We're not trying to change the way that they're actually operating their business. and the right technology used in the right way can actually support them and help them. So from data, I guess, for the first time for a lot of these guys, quite simply, to probably a better and a wider exposure of their fishery without them having to worry about marketing, running Facebook campaigns, advertising in, you know, local papers and various different websites that they do currently. Catch is automatically supporting them with, you know, the widest possible source of marketing, which is all of the UK anglers. So that's that kind of comes with it as one big part of the package.
I know when we've spoke previously, you've mentioned that it was important to you that Catch has a community sort of vibe, so it's not just a standard booking system online.
Correct,
it's more
yeah.
a place where anglers can meet and link up with the fisheries and each other. So do you want to expand a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I can do. Obviously where we're starting and where we're going to end up are two very different places. We have to start somewhere. So there's a lot of features and a lot of content that's coming to Catch very, very soon. But to start things off with, it was very important to us that we didn't digitize the fishing experience. You want to provide anglers with certainty and fisheries with a platform that helps them better manage their fisheries. So they were the fundamentals that we've started with. The wider experience there, even on day one for anglers, is the ability to log their catch report information. This can also be shared, if they choose to, instantly with the fishery, which makes it very, very easy for them to simply approve or reject that catch report. That in a way is also helping the anglers, because for all of those other anglers that are coming to that venue or maybe thinking of fishing on that venue for the first time, you're almost seeing real-time catch report information coming through all in one place. And for those fisheries that the anglers favourite, they may never have fished there before, but all of a sudden I'm now being kind of nudged along and kept informed as to what that activity is. And it's something that we know the anglers love. It's something that, you know, one of the main reasons why we used to buy a lot of the weekly fishing magazines, etc., just to try and see what was happening, which is always as up to date as it could have been, but this is a way that we can try and make that absolutely bang up to date for everybody. For fisheries, it's a real problem in trying to manage their own websites and keeping that content up to date.
Right, so I guess we'll get on to what would be the important question for a lot of anglers. There's going to be many out there wondering, what's the catch to this? How much is it going to cost me? And is it really that easy to use?
Sure. Well, let's get the elephant out of the room, which is always how much is it going to cost. We try to be fair here to anglers that fish regularly compared to guys that may only fish for, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year socially with their friends. So the first point to make is anybody can download and either download the app or create an account for Catch online on our website, which is gocatch.fish, or go to the respective app store and download the app from there completely for free. And then the angler's got a choice. You can be a pay-as-you-go angler if you don't fish very often, and when those guys actually reserve a ticket or book a swim or a peg, they will be charged a very small convenience fee on top of whatever the ticket price was. For the guys that fish more regularly, you can just simply subscribe to the Angler app, or you can even subscribe online through the website, and the cost of that is £1.99 a month, less than half the price of a packet of hooks. And for those guys, there's no convenience fees. The price of the ticket is the price of the ticket, so you can book and fish as often as you want for no additional charges. So we're trying to be very, very fair and transparent in the way that we're operating our pricing structure.
Sounds brilliant.